So last weekend didn't turn out so good. And by the end of the video, I end up looking like a total. But today, it's redemption time. Oh my God, boys, look at this, thing. God almighty. When you think you're alone out in the middle of nowhere, you're not. All right, so we're off. And yes, we are back at Sycamore Lake. However, we are on the complete opposite side of the lake. We're over here at the boat ramp side. And we're going to see if we can't pull some fish into this boat this morning. We've got 3 different poles with 3 different rigs. And if I have to, I can rig up some other things, which I plan on doing. But I'm not going very far. I'm just going to go right out here in this cove, right out in front of this boat ramp. I see some good looking marsh. I see some down trees. Let's see what happens. Can't be any worse than last week. Join me. And I don't know what the water depth is around here because I don't have a depth finder on this little old kayak. I installed me a new paddle holder right in front of me right there. That way when I'm fishing, if I catch a fish, I can just put that paddle down. Got me a new pole holder right in front of me. I installed all that this week. I just stuck my paddle down in the water and I couldn't touch bottom, so. One, two. Well, I see a bunch of weeds. This is shallow. Yeah, see the weeds? It's pretty shallow right in through here. Yeah, see, I'm already hung up. Yeah, it's shallow right through here. I need to get out in deeper water. So, I got my dad coming, so I need to get busy catching some fish. Yeah, it's pretty shallow. I can see the bottom here, or at least some kind of growth coming up down through here. What the? Rough start already this morning. Hooked my pole behind me. Oh, I just missed that one. Well, wait a minute. Oh, I had him and I didn't set the hook. What? Let's try that again. Give it time to sink a little bit. Dude over there fishing. I bet he's got 17 poles in the water. I didn't even know he was there. Oh, got another bite. Missed it. We're getting close. We're getting close. I like it where I installed that. I say that now, but I may regret it later if I catch a fish and he gets tangled up in it. Yeah, see, I keep getting caught in them weeds. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Well, it came off, but it's just a lot of weeds out here. That's unfortunate. Go out here in a little bit deeper water. It's a beautiful morning out here. Once again, I didn't get out here as early as I thought. I had to pull over once and tighten the kayak down. If I told you that it was about 3 seconds away from falling off that trailer, you probably wouldn't believe me. But I'm serious. I thought if I put the kayak, well, actually, I put the kayak upside down on the trailer yesterday because it was going to rain and I didn't want it to fill up with water. So I put it upside down, and when I strapped it down, apparently I didn't strap it down enough, and yeah, it was loose. Something told me to pull over and check it. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm going somewhere else. Fish jumping all around me. I can't stay out of the weeds long enough to get any fishing done. I'm trying this old chatter lure, but she's not going to chatter if I got her full of weeds. Thinking about going over there by the levee. Let's go. Let's go out there by the levee. Switched over to a plastic worm. This is what I caught that bass on last week over here on this lake. Doesn't mean it's gonna work again this morning, but right now I'm trying for the bigger boys. If I ain't got no luck catching these guys, I'll switch over to trying to catch some little bluegill or something over here by these trees. I had a couple little bites over there by the boat ramp on a little crappie jig. I don't know if I've already said this, but I invited my dad to come out here in a couple hours or so and have some fish with me. So I've kind of put the pressure on myself here. Last week I started off and didn't get many bites, and then all of a sudden they just kind of started biting. But now I caught the bass on a plastic worm, the same one I'm using right now. I may switch it up, I don't know. I've got some more in my tackle box. But the bluegill I caught on those nuclear injected toxic waste looking red wigglers. I've let myself float over here to the bank. Kind of keeps me in one spot actually, and I can kind of fish this area for a minute, see if we get anything. I wished I'd have brought my sunglasses. The sun's right in my face, but they say the sun's good for your eyes sometimes. You know, you don't want to look directly into the sunlight, but the sun's good for you, contrary to what some officials might say. Hope everybody's had a good week. I guess I did. I can't complain. Had a pretty good week. I'm happy. Yeah, we up here against the rocks now. I don't know if you've noticed the different camera angle. I have no idea what it's going to look like. Yeah, I hit it, bumped some weeds there with it. But I may paddle on down closer to the tree line over here. But yeah, I'm sitting on these rocks over here. We need to get up off of here. Bumping these rocks. From the looks of some of the top of these rocks, it looks like a lot of people have bumped these rocks. But I've got the camera, I've got the GoPro mounted to my chest mount instead of the head. I've got it on my chest, so I think it's giving a better angle. But if we don't get some fish and get some action going here, I don't care what angle you got, it's going to be boring. If it ain't already. However, that's where the editing app comes in. Oh yeah. Let's get on down here a little ways. Yeah, we were on the other end of this lake last time, completely on the tributary side where it comes in at. Now we're over here on the levee where they can control the level. Oh, I think we got one. We got one, boys. He don't look very big, but that was the first cast over here on this side. Boy, he hit that thing right as soon as it hit the water. What do we got? What is that? Oh, look at there. Well, he just a jumping. Look at that thing go. That's a little, oh, that's a bass, but he's a small one. Oh, let's give it a little bit of slack here. Maybe he'll get himself off of there. Yeah. Come here, boy. You hit that right off the bat. Come here. He hit that right, I mean, as soon as it hit the water. All right, go get your daddy. I gotta get off this. I'm gonna be right back in the bank here. We're doing this again, just like last week. Couldn't fish for the wind. Now the wind is blowing more today than it was last week, so. Oh man, I'm constantly having to backpedal out of the bank. But I can still see the bottom over here. You probably can't see it in the camera, but the wind, you know, we had a lot of rain last night, and we're still feeling some of the after effects of the wind. I can see the clouds going by pretty fast, and this breeze is really blowing. I wouldn't even call this a breeze. This is more of a wind, but it's just blowing me around over here. Although I did catch a fish. Let's fix our hook here, our worm. He just made a complete mess out of this. How in the world did he do this? I've got to see, here I am in the bank again. Wasn't even a minute and I'm already in the bank. Jesus. Happened to backpedal out of this bank. The wind just blew me right. I mean, I'm sitting here just trying to fix my hook, and one thing, I put the paddle holders up there so that I had a place to set the paddle when I'm dealing with a fish or whatnot. I've got the new pole holder so I can put the pole. But one thing I don't have is some sort of an anchor where I can sit still. You know, these bass boats got trolling motors. They could back up, turn around, and just go along the bank. But I'm at the mercy of the wind if I ain't got the paddle in my hand. Well, if I got the paddle in my hand, I can't fish. So, yeah, the wind is causing me a stink. I mean, it's blowing too. I can't even, just in this amount of time right here since I put the paddle down, I'm trying to get into my tackle box here where I can get out another worm, and it's throwing me right back into the bank. I can't fish for the damn wind blowing me. I guess I'm gonna have to paddle to the middle of the lake just to put a worm on. Oh, me. Quit your bitching. I'm enjoying myself. I enjoy it out here, but damn. This is frustrating when you're trying to rig your pole up and you can't because of the wind. All right, y'all, I'm gonna shut this camera off so I can get me another worm on my hook so I can get it out there in the water. All right, we've got us another worm on there. Let's see what we do here. You don't even want to know what I went through while the camera's off, trying to get into that tackle box. There's just not enough room. I don't know if you can see, but there's my legs, there's my tackle box. I've got to pull it forward just to get it out of there. Then my camera mount was in the way. I couldn't get I had this plastic bag tied to the tackle box. It's got some worms and stuff in it, and I had it tied to the handle. Well, I couldn't open the tackle box until I got that bag off of there. Well, the bag was in such a tight knot that I could not get it untied. So I had to get the tackle box open so I could get my knife out to cut that bag off there. In the meantime, guess where I ended up? In them trees over there. That's one thing about it. Fishing with Chuck is like a damn comedy. I think I need to change this channel into Comedy Hour with Chuck in the kayak. Comedy Hour on the water with Chuck. All I need is a good comic to write me some lines, and I'd be set. Well, a while ago, that little feller, he hit. I'm talking about as soon as that worm hit the water, he was on it. He must have just been sitting right there. Yeah, wind's blowing me around in circles. Now I gotta reset here. Yeah, here we go. Not where I want to be. Not where I want to be. It's a lot windier out here than it was last week, so not only am I dealing with my own clumsiness and fumbling around with everything, now I got to deal with the wind even worse than last week. Got one, boys. Oh, he threw the hook. Threw the hook. You seen that though, didn't you? Man, boy, he just, and here I am floating into the bank. Golly, this wind. You know, fishing in a kayak on a windy day and you're trying to fish the shoreline like this, can get kind of tricky. Now, some people may not like watching my content for all the griping, but for others, I imagine it's humorous. But that's just me. Yeah, I'm gonna find something to I'm gonna find something to complain about if I have to look for it. But hey, we had a hold of one there. He just jumped up in the air and threw the hook right back in my face and said, "Here, you take this, boy." I don't think I'd have kept him anyway, to be honest with you. From what I could see when he jumped out of the water, he looked a little bit bigger than the last one I got. How does a man supposed to catch fish? And I didn't have the camera on a while ago, and I hooked another one, and he threw the hook back at me. So I'm just not setting the hook. But see, just in this amount of time, here I am right back on the bank. If I get too far away from the bank, I can't cast where I want to. So, well, why don't you go to the other side of the lake where the wind ain't blowing? Because that's where the sun is right now, and I want to be in this shade over here. And I wasn't getting no bites over there. But the next hit I get, I'm gonna set the hook. I'm tired of playing with these boys. Small or not, I'd like to at least get them in the boat. I like to lay hands on them. No. I know what I can do. I can start a paddle channel. This is how you paddle, folks. You put one hand here and one hand here directly out in front of you. I would assume that would be 9, and this is like, 3 o'clock. And you just one side down, left side down, right side down, left side down. So this is the new Paddling with Chuck YouTube channel. And the fishing pole, that's just for visual effects. Add a little something something to the video. So let's try this again. You see, I don't know if you can tell on camera how fast it's blowing me into the bank. Got one. This one here could be a... Oh, don't you throw that hook. Yeah, this one here is a keeper. Get in this boat. Get in the boat. Yes. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That right there is a keeper. And he wasn't going to throw the hook. That one went plumb through his... But look where we're at. We're over here. We are about to go into the trees. I've got to get out here in the lake to deal with this guy. I can't deal with him if I'm going to be in the bank. Well, that little one went and got his daddy like I told him to. I'm not going to keep no trophy-sized bass now. I'll throw a trophy back. But this one right here, this one here is going on the stringer. Beggars can't be choosers. But this fish right here, y'all, while I'm trying to get out here away from this bank so I can get him on a stringer, this is why I put this pole mount right there. Although I do need a little bit of slack. There we go. This is why I put that pole mount right there, so I can do this right here, what I'm doing. Hold this fish and have a place to set my pole right in front of me. I've got 2 behind me, but they don't do me no good when I'm in a situation like this. I'm trying to paddle and hold him with one hand. I sure ain't gonna put him back in the water because he'll throw that hook. But I've got to get in my tackle box and get my stringer out and get him off this hook before I get blowed back into the bank. So I'm trying to get out here a little ways. I don't know if I'm out here far enough yet or not. All right, so the paddle will go right here. Get this old thing out of the way. Alright, welcome back, y'all. About 30 minutes later, finally I got this thing here to put the fish on, this rope, this whatever the hell it's called. It's just way too long. It took me forever to string that through him. I couldn't get this one here, the chain, I couldn't get it unraveled because it was new and it was all stuck together. So I had to dig that out and get it all unraveled. So I've got it hooked up to this pole holder. Hopefully that'll be okay there. So that's where I got him. This thing here, I've done throwed it back in there. We're gonna try again. Let's go. I think I got, what, 2 in the boat, and 2 of them threw the hook back in my face. But boy, I set that last one. Now I wasn't gonna let him go. As soon as I felt him hit that worm, I set that hook, and I set it deep. And I haven't used these GoPros enough to determine how long I can record once it does hit the yellow bar. I don't know how long that gives me. Probably not long if it drains as fast as it does. I can't wait to get those other batteries in. They're in the mail. They've shipped. I just didn't get them in time for this weekend. I sure hope that this chest mount is given a better camera angle. I had also brought my other one where I can mount it right there and get some other angles facing me, but I think you'd all rather watch me fish than look at my mug. But with all the trying to keep this boat where I want it and trying to fish and paddle and all that, I just ain't got time to unhook it from my chest and mount it over there. I had 2 GoPros, but I gave one of them to my son, brand new in the box. Hero 13. I gave it to my son for his police academy graduation gift. So as you know, last week I tried to use my phone as an extra option. And there we go. Oh yeah. Goodness. Come on in here, big boy. Oh, he's pulling hard. He's gonna keep that tension. Keep that tension. He's gonna try to throw it at me. Dadgone, he is pulling. He is pulling. Golly. I gotta tighten this drag. He's just, look at this. Golly. Get up here. My goodness. Y'all look at this. What in the world? I hope I ain't got an alligator. Oh my God. Boys, look at this. Look at this thing. God almighty. Get up here. Get in the boat. Get in the boat. Ah. Yes. Woo. Nice one. Nice one. All right, y'all. Let me let you go for a minute where I can get this boy situated. All right, we're back. We got him on the stringer, and we've got the worm fixed, and we're gonna throw her back out there. I don't even know what the heck I was even talking about. That was fun right there. Man, I thought he was gonna pull me across the lake over there. It definitely paid off coming over to this side, I can tell you that right now. But I just reeled, well, I got her out of there. I reeled right into a big old piece of... You get out of here, turtle. I ain't even wanting to look at you. Hey, y'all don't know it, but when I was trying to get him, I was just trying to get him in the boat. I was trying to get him off. I had him in the mouth there, and I was trying to set the pole down. My pole fell off into the water. I literally had to bite the pole with my mouth and hold the pole with my mouth to keep it from falling out of the boat. That would have been funny. If I'd have had the camera mounted in front of me, that would have been something to see. All right, so we're back here at the Jeep. Got the kayak loaded back up on the trailer. I ain't got her strapped down yet, but as you can see, my tackle box is out, and I have rigged up a couple poles down here, just strictly try to catch a couple bluegill or something like that, some little panfish. Got a bobber out there, and then this one over here, I've got it with a weight on it, sunk down to the bottom, and got some worms on it. Had a couple bites. But there is a lot of weeds out there, so they're just basically sitting in the weeds. GoPro's charged up to 38%. And let's see. Right now the temperature out here in Lexington, Tennessee, it's 9 o'clock a.m. The temperature is 81 degrees with a real feel of 88 degrees with overcast skies. Alright y'all, so we've got the fish cleaned. I got 4 nice big fillets right there. We're going to throw some OB seasoning on them. And we're going to get this oil going. And we're going to get them in the fryer. Got a bunch of ducks out here. Well, I say a bunch and there's only one, but there are a bunch over there, but I can't aim the camera that way just yet. Alright, so we got the oil going. There's Dad. He come to show up to eat some fish with me. He said hello. I'm gonna see if I can get these ducks. There's a whole bunch of geese over here. A whole bunch of them come flying in a while ago. And right out there. Whole bunch of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 from what I can see. And then of course the one that's over there by himself. But yeah, we're gonna get our fish going here in just a minute. As soon as this oil heats up, we'll be in business. I already wiped my table down, so I just threw the fish on there. I ain't trying to be fancy over here. We're just gonna throw some Old Bay on there and throw them in the oil. Fry us up some fish, but we're not just gonna eat them plain. I got something in store for these things. I'll show you here in just a few minutes what we got in store for this fish. Yeah, that ought to do right there. So while we got our fish in there cooking, I'll tell you what I'm gonna make. I'm gonna make what I call a po' boy fish burrito. So we've got shredded lettuce, we've got some tortillas, flour tortillas, and they are carb friendly, and we got some tartar sauce. So we're gonna have us a po' boy fish burrito. Oh yeah. Dad's out there exercising his legs. And there we have it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and make Dad's up real quick. Go in with the tortilla. Huh? See how deep this thing goes. Well, just go down slow in that chair. Alright, we're gonna put a little tartar sauce. A little tartar sauce. You'll have to help me out with it. I will. A little tartar sauce. Fish, some lettuce, and roll that bad boy up just like that right there, just like a burrito. Get one more out for him. Push this one over to the side. I'm gonna make it right there. A little tartar sauce. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Some fish. A little shredded lettuce. You can put whatever you want in these things. Cheese, hot sauce. You know what? I got some Tabasco. Yeah, that's good. I'm not gonna put it inside the burrito. I'm gonna let you put it on how you want it.
Yeah, just move it on the outside.
And there you go. 2 po' boy fish burritos. All right, so we're gonna let Dad take the first bite. He's gonna be the scapegoat.
Which end? This one or
It's
this?
all the same. I folded both ends up, so. Thumbs up or what?
Yeah, it's good.
That's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right then. You heard it right here first from Dad. He said that's good.
That's good.
That's real good. Pretty good? All right. All right, I'm gonna go make me 1 or 2. All right, y'all, so here I go. This is mine. Po' boy fish burrito. Oh yeah. He wasn't lying. That's good eating. Eat your bite.
This is the first fish
Mmm.
burrito I've had.
There's one word for this. As my camera slowly, I got grease and oil everywhere. As my camera slowly doing this right here, I got one word for this. I think you know what it is if you heard me this morning. Redemption. Redemption, baby. All right, y'all, I'm gonna go eat. Camera's leaning to the side. I'm gonna go eat. All right, y'all. Drink of the day. Bowling Bottling Company. Of course, I got this at the Cracker Barrel, of course. Orange cane sugar. There you go. I've never had the orange before, so this is gonna be the first time. Let's try it. Nice and cold too. Look at the steam coming out of there. I like it. It's like one of those orange sickles. Yeah, I'll get some of that Tabasco here in a minute. I gotta make me another one. I done ate my burrito. He said that's the first time he's ever had a fish po' boy burrito, and I said, me too. I don't know even if there even is such a thing. I just kind of made it up, but I'm sure there is, but I've never had one. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to my eating. I gotta make me another one. I got one more to make for myself, and then we'll get this all wrapped up and cleaned up, and we'll get up out of here, so stay tuned, y'all. All right, y'all, so on a hot day like this, the last week I was here, I almost dehydrated. I didn't bring enough water. I mean, it was horrible. I was hot, sweating. Y'all seen the video. My face was on fire. Anyway, not today. We got plenty of drinks, plenty of water, and plenty of watermelon. So this is what we're having for dessert. Some good old fresh watermelon. I don't know how fresh it is. I got it at Walmart, but it's fresh from buying it from yesterday. Nice good watermelon. I had some the other day. It's pretty good too. Love me some watermelon. I know what I'm missing though. Probably got some in the Jeep, but too lazy to get it.
I let too much water go down.
Salt. I like salt on my watermelon. All right, y'all. Be right back. Grab a hold of the cane.
Yeah. Just let me.
I don't want you to come flying towards me.
No, see, that's why I'm taking it. Now come towards me. Yeah.
Well, alrighty then.
Worked out good.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. We've got her all cleaned up. Where we were cooking, where we were fishing, and where we were eating. Dad's in his Jeep about to back up and leave right now, but we got somebody else backing in to go fishing. I would say this was a successful trip. Say bye to Dad. All right, I'm gonna get my drink and put it in the Jeep, and then we're gonna back up and get up out of here. Y'all, thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you enjoy this content, like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. That really helps me out. And every Monday, 6 p.m. Central Time is when my videos drop. So tune in, y'all.